What's next?
The Carpenters.
The
group.
Carpenters?
The group.
Oh, okay.
And we could also talk about carpenters and woodworking.
And Jesus
And
was
Jesus.
a carpenter.
What do you mean, Jesus?
Jesus was a carpenter. You didn't know that?
No.
Jesus was a carpenter, Yuki, for his trade before he became, what he became.
Oh, you mean Jesus was a real carpenter before became Jesus?
Yes, Jesus, in I don't know if it was Bethlehem or maybe Nazareth, Jesus of Nazareth, right?
Oh.
He and his stepfather, because his father was God, right?
Yeah.
His
stepfather.
stepfather was Joseph.
Yeah.
And I guess he was very nice because he didn't leave Mary after she got impregnated by Immaculate Conception, but supposedly she was a virgin, so I guess she was saving herself from marriage, and then when she married Joseph, she was already pregnant by God. He was a carpenter, and he gave Jesus the carpenter trade, and they would make things like little tables and chairs.
Oh.
You didn't know that?
I don't know. I'm not the religious guy. So.
Well, we're going to get to the Old Testament and the New Testament. I'm going to walk you through the whole goddamn thing, Yuki. It's going to be a biblical series.
Oh, I only know about movie like Ten Commandments, Ben-Hur, that's about it.
Some of that stems from the Bible. I mean, the Ten Commandments.
The greatest story ever told.
Yeah, Jesus of Nazareth. So that's good
so-
stuff. All right, but today we're talking about a different kind of carpenter, Yuki.
My favorite.
That's right, and we
The-
have our
the-
special guest here today.
Karen Carpenter?
That's
right.
right. We got Ms. Liz Schack.
Hi.
Oh,
She's going to join us, and she's going to walk us through
okay.
the history of the Carpenters, the group.
Okay, I don't know much about them. I only know she was sick, right?
That's
only-
right.
That's right, Yuki. That's a major part of the story, and it's a very sad part of the story. And we'll get to that. But first, give us some happy stuff before we get to the sadness.
Well, I've always loved the Carpenters ever since I was a child. I went to a garage sale and got their Close to You record, and I had a little record player, and I'd play it, and my mom came from the punk scene, so whenever I would play it, she'd say, the Carpenters are for nerds.
Okay, that's a brothers and sister, right?
That's right.
I heard their incest.
No, well-
No, where'd
well.
you hear that, Yuki?
Well, she knows.
So, part of the Carpenters is, there's this darkness to them, and they're
Yeah.
singing this, upbeat love music, but it is sort of strange that it's a brother and sister singing love songs together, but there was no incest.
They didn't sing it to each other.
They sang it to the
Well, how
world.
do you know?
To
We
the
don't
world.
know that.
But it was a little uncommon for a brother and sister, duo.
Well,
to be-
first of all, not to spread any rumors, but wasn't he?
Well, what do you mean splitting the
wasn't he
room?
gay?
It's already
Questionable.
stories out there.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Let's spread the rumors. Wasn't what's his name? Richard Carpenter?
No one really knows.
He was
has a wife.
homosexual, right?
He has a wife.
Well, but that doesn't mean
but-
anything.
That's right. It's
Yeah,
questionable.
it means he doesn't want to fuck his sister. If he had a brother, maybe, then
But that's possible if they're,
Are you saying Karen Carpenter was a boy?
No.
Okay.
Well, that's an interesting thing to get into because
What?
Karen wanted to be a drummer. She wanted to be.
She's an amazing drummer, by the way. She's
She
fucking. There's some
was.
YouTube videos where
Really?
she's like,
Better than
like an
Shirai?
octopus. Yes, it as good, better, way better.
better.
She's
she
like,
wanted.
Oh.
She basically wanted to
Jazz.
be like the next Buddy Rich. That was like her thing was drumming. She never wanted to be like the lead singer. Aw, lead sister. She had a shirt that said lead sister.
lead sister.
Yep.
But then, so how? Okay, so she started as the Carpenters drummer,
Yeah.
Oh.
She started off as a drummer.
as just the drummer.
Yep.
So is there an album where she just drums and doesn't sing?
She drums a lot. She used to
No,
drum.
no, I know that
yeah.
too. But did she? So since she started in the band as the drummer, was there another front person? Was he the front person first?
They had someone else.
Oh,
So they're not always two.
Not always, but that was really early on.
Oh.
And so Richard, basically, his parents thought he was, gift from God. And he was a genius, but they were like, he is
Second coming of a
everything.
carpenter.
Exactly.
Jesus.
Right, right. And Karen was sort of pushed aside. But she also really loved music, and so she took up drumming, and that was her, thing. But all the attention was on Richard.
Okay, so he formed the Carpenters first.
Yes.
Do you know why they called it the Carpenters?
Because their last name is
okay,
Carpenters.
I was gonna say.
Makes
I thought
sense.
maybe they were really good at building decks.
I mean, possibly.
Okay, so he was the guy. Now, do you know if he was a songwriter too, or just arranged songs? Because I know a lot of
songwriter too.
Okay, because I know a lot of stuff he arranged, like Paul Williams stuff and things like that.
Yeah,
he wrote a lot of hits.
he was
Paul
a
Williams.
composer.
Oh, okay.
He arranged a lot, and part of his talent was taking songs We've Only Just Begun. He was watching TV, and there was a bank commercial that had that song that Paul Williams just wrote willy-nilly just for a few bucks, and he was like, that is going to be a hit. And so
yeah, because you know who Paul Williams is, right?
Phantom of the Paradise.
Exactly.
So that song, We've Only Just Begun, started out as a bank commercial jingle.
That I didn't know.
Yeah, it was a
Isn't
jingle.
that crazy? And so.
And Close to You, there was a few musicians, including Diane Warwick, who sang that song, and it just never caught. But then when the Carpenters did it, it did.
I mean, that song, especially when she sings it, it's so
unbelievable.
fucking gorgeous.
And Karen, I don't think she even took voice lessons. It was a gift that she could sing like that.
So in Todd Haynes' Superstar, the one that was made with Barbies, which is amazing as well. Have you ever seen that, Yuki?
No.
He does the Carpenter story, the Karen Carpenter story, using Barbie dolls and all sorts of small sets and things like that. But it's done seriously. It's not done as a joke. And it's really one of the best biopics I've ever seen.
It really is.
But I don't remember in that how she became the singer. Was it just that, by chance?
She had a good voice, and I think they collaborated, but Richard had full control of what was going on.
Okay, so he kind of just knew she could sing, and it was step on this, and then
yeah. And when Richard did stuff alone, nothing was catching. He only basically became famous because of Karen.
Interesting.
Both of them,
right?
Which I think was hard for him. I think everybody focuses on Karen and not him.
Well, you know what record you played me from them that really blew me away, and I want to listen to it next Christmas, is their Christmas record.
Yes, and not only that, their Christmas specials are amazing.
Oh, I didn't know that they did Christmas specials.
They did a bunch of Christmas
really?
specials.
And what was it, just like a variety show? Where they
yes.
Were... Really?
Yes, and I love all of them.
I want to watch those
DVDs.
Because this beautiful, beautiful Christmas record that they did where he arranged classic Christmas music. It wasn't newfangled, grandma got run over by a reindeer sort of stuff. It was the classics. And it's beautiful, lush orchestration. And some of it goes on for a very long time without singing. And then she'll come in and sing, or there'll be harmonies, or the choir. It's
Christmas
beautiful.
Portrait, that was, yeah.
It's beautiful, beautiful record.
Or Merry Christmas, Darling is their big Christmas song.
Yeah, I love it. Yuki, do you know any of their songs?
I don't know the title, but I mean, Christmas song. I think the
No, like the
song
Carpenters, like
is-
regular. All right, let's name some. Close to You.
We've only just begun.
We've only just begun.
Rainy Days and Mondays.
Rainy Days and Mondays
Also,
always get me down.
On Top of the World.
I'm on top of the world, looking down on creation.
And Richard wrote that one.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
I can feel it coming over me.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
What about don't you remember you told me you loved me, baby?
I know that.
Yeah,
that
Superstar.
That's Superstar. So that song is so haunting, and you know what it's about?
No.
It's about a girl, a young woman who's from a small town, And she, she's sort of innocent and whatever, but she's in love with
Sounds
this.
like a Johnny's song.
What? Journey? Which Journey song? Don't Stop Believing?
Yeah, there's a girl from,
Oh, yeah, she's just a small town girl
Yeah,
living in a lonely
small
world. Oh, yeah, you're right. So, holy shit, maybe that's a
Wow.
sequel. So, or maybe it's an equal. So, and the man, this superstar comes into town. This, like, either he's a singer or something, and he has his way with that young, sad girl who then falls in love with him, and he says, I'll be back again someday, baby, but he won't take her with him because she's just another conquest that he's had.
Oh.
That's some fucked up shit.
Oh,
And Karen Carpenter's voice on that record is haunting.
I know. Yeah.
Oh, long ago.
No, it's
No, I'm
it's
doing it bad, but-
unbelievable. And she's one of my favorite people ever. We share a birthday.
You do?
You
Yup,
do?
We share a birthday.
I didn't know that.
Yup, I love. She's one of my favorite. Her, Lou Reed, Cookie Mueller.
You share birthdays with them?
Yes.
You guys only share it with Ace Frehley. That's it.
Wow.
From Kiss, the guitarist from Kiss. Me and Ace Frehley.
And-
What about you? Who shares your birthday?
I think Marilyn Monroe.
Wow.
You and Marilyn Monroe?
August the 6th. No?
Holy shit, Yuki. You and Marilyn Monroe.
That's awesome.
That's
It makes so much sense.
That's almost like as if you guys made love.
That would be nice.
I get Ace Frehley, you get Marilyn Monroe, and you get a fucking orgy of amazing people.
Oh, yes.
That's great. I mean, you know what? I used to think Al Pacino shared my birthday, but it turns out he's the day after, so I can't claim Al Pacino.
Oh, man.
I know.
Okay, well. That's okay. I mean, close enough, right?
Close to you, Key.
That's pretty good.
All right, so what about the Alien song? Talk about the Alien song.
What do you mean alien song?
So the Carpenters' last album together as like Karen and Richard before she passed away, they did an album called The Passage. And during that time, it was very big to do songs about space and aliens trying to contact us, like Ziggy Stardust kind of thing. So they did a song, and it's called Calling Occupants of Interplanetary Craft.
Calling occupants of interplanetary craft.
It's amazing.
Did she know she was dying that time?
Well,
All right, you
Okay.
want to get into it, Yuki. You've been chomping at the bit.
let's dive right in. So, Karen suffered from anorexia nervosa,
Uh-huh.
where basically she wouldn't eat or like was micromanaging herself on what to eat to be skinny. A lot of people say it was because at a point where the Carpenters were becoming big, they didn't want Karen to play the drums anymore. They wanted her to be front and center. And she didn't like the way her body looked because growing up she was kind of chubby.
Wait a minute. So she started then.
Yeah.
Okay. So if she started, she missed the controlling of
Yeah.
how much she eat, then that became a illness?
Yeah. She basically was starving herself to death.
It's kind of suicide then, you know.
Unfortunately, I don't think because it's a lot of mental illness, so she wasn't even thinking correctly. She didn't understand how she actually looked.
Because until that thing happens, I don't think Tom wasn't even there before. No? That
Well, it was
illness
probably
kind of
there, but not
became-
in the popular culture.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, because of Karen Carpenter, people started understanding that it's a real disease and people were dying from it. A lot of people didn't even know what that was before Karen Carpenter died.
Because, people eat, then, throw up.
That's
Yeah.
They've been doing
that's
this.
bulimia.
Right.
Yeah.
Anorexia is when you just don't eat and you starve.
Yeah. And a lot of people say that Karen Carpenter had OCD in many different regards. She was like a perfectionist. Her mom was horrible. Really mean
The
to
parents
her.
were bad? Were both or just the mom?
Mostly the mom. Really mean to her.
So she was mentally ill even.
Yeah, it is a mental illness, yeah, that becomes physical.
And wasn't she on diet pills as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She took a lot of different stuff.
That's actually one of the scariest parts of the Superstar, the Todd Haynes movie, the biopic done with the Barbie dolls. It's actually really fucking frightening the way he depicts her final moments.
Well,
because she was so skinny.
She was so skinny, but she was also hopped up on these fucking speed diet pills.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it was like just a wreck. And it's really frazzled.
How old was she?
She was 32 when she died.
32?
Yes. And there's a really good book that I read called Little Girl Blue by Randy Schmidt that I highly recommend about her life and career. And so right after she died, they made a TV movie called The Karen Carpenter Story, and it was directed by Richard Carpenter and the director of that movie, Bill, with Mickey Rooney playing
what?
a
You're
mentally
kidding me.
handicapped
You know
man.
about Bill, right?
Bill?
Yeah. The Mickey Rooney movie where he plays basically like a Rain Man type of guy, but like worse.
With Dennis Quaid. It's like an infamous.
No,
but it was so successful that he did like Bill Returns or something.
Oh yeah, no, there was sequels.
Yeah, but he plays, and it's older Mickey Rooney, and he's, it's that saying from Tropic Thunder, you never go full.
Yeah.
And he did, but people liked it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the director of Bill and Richard Carpenter did a biopic, so it must have been a glazed over.
Well, it's not great, but the reason why that movie saw the light of day is because they were able to use all the Carpenters' songs. The reason why the Todd Haynes one was never able to be released is because Richard had blocked.
Oh.
Because he used the actual music, and he wouldn't budge on that.
So Liz and I were lucky enough to be alerted at the Museum of Moving Image when Liz and I lived close by. We used to go there all the time. And the great curator there, Jesse, was, or one of the curators, was friends with us, and we would see him when we would go there. And one day he's like, did you guys, I'm going to tell you this, but don't tell anybody I told you. Todd Haynes is coming, and he's doing a career-long retrospective, every single thing. And he's like, the one thing that we have not announced is Superstar, the Karen Carpenter story, which had complicated
Because they're
rights
also
issues.
not allowed to.
They're not allowed to show it in
If
public.
there's a Todd Haynes retrospect and they say Todd Haynes with shorts, that means they're going to show.
So the way that they
Karen
build it
Carpenter.
was Dottie gets spanked and other shorts. And if you look at the program that they put together, the only other surviving short in his career was Superstar, the Karen Carpenter story. So if you were close enough to know, that's where they're going to show Superstar. So Jesse alerted us to it, and he actually gave us free tickets. That was such a nice thing, and honestly, it was one of the fucking best screenings of the 21st century for me.
And it was Todd Haynes' personal.
It was his personal master copy that he had remastered.
Yeah.
It's in 4K and crazy shit, and he was there. He introduced it.
It was amazing. It was life-changing. It was
so fucking amazing.
I used to watch that in college on YouTube, and it was always a really horrible copy. You could
like a
barely
fucking
see
100
it.
dubs of VHS, so you could barely see it, and it's just it's poorly dubbed, poorly transferred. This was crystal clear. I mean, you could fucking it was like 4K. And
that movie is way more powerful because, first of all, it's from an outside perspective. I think Richard was very confused and didn't understand her illness, and so the way he tells the story, he's too close to home.
Of course.
But Todd Haynes, he's telling it through dolls, which have the perfect Barbie body.
And it's a metaphor for
exactly
the way that probably Karen felt at certain times, as if she was on display as a doll.
Exactly.
But the Barbie doll is heavier than Karen Carpenter.
Towards the end, probably.
Maybe, Yuki.
But you know what's interesting? The Karen Carpenter story, the one I was just talking about. So there's a documentary called Starving for Perfection, which is a new Karen Carpenter documentary, and they talk about the making of this movie. And they used Karen's actual clothing. The actress was given Karen's real wardrobe, and she said she looked at how the sizes went down to basically beyond zero.
Oh my god.
And she was like, there were scenes where the actress couldn't even fit into the dress because it was so tiny. So she could see
the progression.
Exactly.
Wow.
And Karen Carpenter, I think she would have done disco albums. That song "Rock With You" from Michael Jackson was supposed to be Karen Carpenter's song when she split from Richard.
She was gonna do "Rock With You," Yuki.
Holy shit!
Yep,
Holy
and
shit.
her best friend was Olivia Newton-John. She would have done a lot of music, I'm sure. Very similar. It would have been amazing.
I would have loved to see them get together.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Physical 2, Electric Boogaloo.
It's amazing. And you know what? Olivia Newton-John's last interview ever was in this Karen Carpenter documentary.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah, so if you're a fan of Olivia Newton-John...
So this short documentary is Barbie doll?
The Superstar Karen Carpenter story is like a 40 minutes, and it's made with Barbie dolls, but it's not a doc, it's a narrative. It's like
really?
It's a biopic.
Yeah.
What Todd Haynes did?
Todd
Yeah.
Haynes.
He made like a Douglas Sirk movie, right?
That's right.
That guy.
Right.
Far From Heaven.
Yeah, Far
Yeah.
From Heaven, yeah.
And
I love Todd Haynes.
Me
He's
too.
Safe. Have you ever seen Safe?
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, see?
Holy shit,
And
that
then
movie's
Carol.
scary.
Carol was great. And I honestly, last year, my favorite movie was May December.
May
That
December
movie
was
knocked my
great.
socks off.
And then he did the fucking Bob Dylan one where a bunch of different people played Bob Dylan. I'm Not There, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not there. He
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's a good director.
And then Poison. Poison is really good, which
I
is
haven't
his
seen
first
that
movie.
one.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's a great
he's
director.
a great director,
Yeah,
but
he
too
is.
bad. He was never been nominated.
No, he was nominated for May December, I thought. At least for maybe adapted screenplay or something.
Yes, he was
I
nominated.
think he's
was?
been nominated here and there for certain things,
But never
won.
won, though, right?
No,
Right.
he never won. But he's going to keep making movies, and I'll always go and see them. But to me, the pinnacle of his thing is this lost media of
Oh, yeah.
Superstar, the Karen Carpenter story, and you can find it. I mean, it's on YouTube in a shitty
Oh.
version. And actually, I got Liz for her birthday a Blu-ray of it from this. I don't want to say bootlegs, but it's from out of the country,
Yeah.
and they are allowed to ship in. I think it's actually from Japan, and they shipped in a DVD or a Blu-ray of it. And I looked at it. It's not crystal clear like the one we saw, but it's
Right.
better than the YouTube version.
Yeah. No, and I love it. I'm so happy to own it.
Yeah. And, Paul Williams also, I'm sure, like, was just so happy to be picked out of obscurity like that. Or was he obscure? Because he writes a bank commercial, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he has a hit song because of the Carpenters. Like, what the fuck?
It was probably like an Ishtar situation where he's, struggling, musician, working for, what's the company that is at the Jim Henson studio, right? You know the Jim Henson in LA.
Oh, yes.
Is it A&S, A&C? No.
No, I don't know. They used to be the Jim Henson studio, and now they took over, right?
Oh, that where
Like La Brea.
where's the world shot?
Exactly.
That-
Yes,
that
same place.
studio, I
Used to
forgot.
be Charlie Chaplin's
Right.
studio. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on La Brea and Sunset.
La Brea
I
and
think.
Sunset,
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
little south side. Yeah.
A&S Records, something like
Something
that.
like
A
that.
very big record.
And he was just like a songwriter
yeah,
employed?
there. Yeah.
Oh. That's nuts. You just imagine you write some fucking crazy, stupid jingle.
Yeah, and then, he became like a talk show guest legend.
Oh, yeah. And he also wrote some fucking incredible song. I mean, the guy wrote Rainbow Connection.
Still alive. Good documentary about him. I
That's
adore
right.
Paul Williams.
Me too. Paul, you like Paul Williams?
Well,
You don't like Jerry Lewis? You don't like Paul Williams?
I'm
Why don't you
sorry.
like Paul Williams?
no, I'm not saying I don't like him, but no, I mean,
It's just not your flavor of music?
I can't say I like him or I can't say I don't like him.
Okay, he was just there.
Yeah.
What about the Rainbow Connection, Yuki? Jesus
Oh, yeah,
Christ.
and the Carpenters did a great cover of the Rainbow Connection.
Come on.
You know,
Here's something that some people might know and other people might not know. I've said it on a few different interviews. My main inspiration for Joe Baba's Back in Town, the theme song for The Last Drive-In, was Paul Williams and his work in the Muppet movie.
Yeah.
Especially moving right along, and the Rainbow Connection. I wanted to.
I'm not really music expert, so
Oh, come on.
I don't know.
But the guy.
You've been to so many concerts.
Yeah, but because I like them, I know them, but not Paul Williams, not Carpenters. I never been to Carpenters concert.
You should look on YouTube, Yuki. You might like her drumming.
Oh, she's great. It's excellent, and her singing live is unbelievable. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
Well, but it's like a food. I like sushi, tempura, but I'm not crazy about the Mexican food. I eat it, but
Jerry Lewis is like potatoes for you.
yeah, see. So I mean, it's a look.
But
So the
honest-
Carpenters is what? What kind of food is the Carpenters to you?
like a pumpkin.
Pumpkin.
It's there. I can't live without it.
But Donna Summers is like shrimp tempura.
Yeah, Donna Summer. It's
So Paul Williams is like what?
like a potato.
Yeah, in the potato category. With
No,
Jerry
but that's
Lewis.
something you hate. So Jerry Lewis would be a potato.
Okay.
So what's something that you will eat but don't seek it out?
Cheese.
Okay, then the pumpkin too. Paul Williams. It's pumpkin.
Double pumpkin. Double
Yeah.
pumpkin pie.
Oh God.
Pumpkin.
I don't eat the pumpkin pie in the Thanksgiving.
What's your favorite kind of pie, Yuki?
Oh, it's always apple pie.
Me too.
Apple. Yeah, apple's
A
up
la
there.
mode, apple pie.
Carpenters are my apple pie.
They're American as apple pie.
Yeah, Americans are a la mode. Yeah.
A la mode.
What else about the Carpenters? Any more info?
Yes.
Yes.
I highly recommend their album A Song for You. That's one of my favorite Carpenters albums. I think there's a lot of very sad songs on it,
Wait,
and I love
A
it.
Song for You. Is that the Leon Russell song?
I don't think so.
I've been so many places in my life and time. I wrote some bad songs. I made some bad rhymes.
That sounds good too.
Is it Carpenters?
I don't know if it's called A Song for
No.
You, but Leon Russell wrote A Song for You,
Oh.
which is one of my favorite sad songs.
Oh,
And if they did a version of it, I want to hear that shit.
sing the chorus.
And we're alone now, and I'm singing this song for you.
Is it? Hold on. Now I'm getting confused. Hold on.
We're alone now. I'm doing his version. He does it live, and it's like he's in pain when he sings it. It's so good.
Hold on.
I love you in a place where there's no place in time.
I like Bee Gees more.
Oh, Bee Gees are amazing.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta fucking. I mean, if you don't like the Bee Gees, there's something wrong with you, I think, right?
Yeah.
Because they make a song for everybody. Living it up in the nuts on Broadway.
And then I like Toto.
Oh.
Fucking, dude, Toto's
Africa.
Hold
is
the
best.
Line. Well, Africa's amazing. Don't get me wrong. But Hold the Line is their best song.
What about Human Nature?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Did you know
yeah.
that?
Human
One of the
Nature.
guys from Toto wrote Human
Yeah.
Nature. Holy shit, dude. And that guitar player, Steve Lebatinsky
Yeah,
or something
I
like that, I
don't
forgot his
remember,
exact
yeah.
name. That guy has played on hundreds. In fact, all of Toto are like the greatest session musicians in all of rock and
Right.
roll ever. Some of the greatest hit records of all time is basically Toto and the artist.
I went to see the concert.
You saw Toto live?
Yeah.
Holy shit, I would love to see Toto. And you know what? Fuck everybody who hates the song Africa. Even they say, yeah, it's kind of a nonsense song. But you know what? There's something about the feeling of that song. There's something in that song that makes you feel a certain way. And if you don't feel that thing, then you're not my friend.
Ah.
You know why they named the Toto?
The dog?
No.
Oh, that's
Okay,
okay.
they are touring in Japan
Yeah.
before they became big famous.
Yeah.
Every time they went to the bathroom, the toilet bowl has a Toto.
Oh, it's a brand. I've seen
Yeah, it's
that.
grand. That's how named it.
That's so
They
funny.
name themselves after toilets?
Yeah, Toto.
That's a really good toilet brand.
Yeah,
Wow.
toilet bowl. Toto. Yeah, it's a big company. So every time they went to public bathroom, they saw the Toto. Like, what's this? So they liked it. So they named the Toto.
I bless the bathrooms down in Japan, Africa.
Ooh, Ooh, that's good.
Okay, well, so Toto, Yuki, I can't believe you like Toto too. I love
Yeah.
Toto. Oh shit, that Rosanna, they do
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
good. In fact, on Spotify, I hearted a list of songs that Toto played on that wasn't on their records. It's like that when they were studio musicians, and everybody talks about yacht rock. They were the fucking kings of yacht rock.
That's a good doc.
It's a great documentary. Have you seen the yacht rock doc?
No.
Some people in the yacht rock community don't like the term yacht rock, like the guy from Steely Dan. But, and I don't necessarily think yacht rock's the right thing always for the songs. But the documentary on HBO Max, I think it's just called Yacht Rock.
It is.
Yeah. Okay.
It's really good. Really good. And you'll fucking so many songs that you'll be like, oh shit, I remember that song. I remember that song. I remember, Michael McDonald, all that stuff.
Right.
So good. So that's a type of music that you think is what? Like more like apple pie.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
But the Carpenters didn't do it
Not
for you.
Carpenters didn't.
I genuinely love the Carpenters' music, but there's also such a darkness to them. And it's, not just the anorexia. It's like, there's a sadness to their music. It's very America, I think.
Yeah, there's melancholy for sure, but there's a few songs that are uplifting. Top of the World.
I love
That's an uplifting song. There's nothing sad about that song.
Yeah.
I don't know to say. I like disco, so
Well, she was gonna do disco. She was
I
gonna
think
do
she
rock
was.
with you,
too
Yuki.
bad she.
So what do you think if she did that? You would like her better?
Yeah, if but I don't know. I mean, she never did. It's
She
a
did.
mystery.
So there's a solo album. It's not my favorite, I will admit. And it's when she peeled off from Richard. That you can look up and listen to. Again, it's not my favorite, but you know what? I'm glad it exists.
Was it disco?
No, it's pop.
I don't know. I don't know. It's a my personal thing. It's just so unhealthy to me because she doesn't eat.
No, it's sad. I mean,
Seeing the footage of her during her worst is very disturbing.
Yeah, it's so disturbing. So
yeah.
maybe.
But apparently, she saved a lot of lives. Unfortunately,
By
a lot
bringing
of-
attention to it inadvertently.
that's right.
Oh,
Yeah, it's so disturbing, annoying. So maybe I don't like it before even hear.
Yeah, no, I get it. And a lot of people, like, that's when you hear the
Yeah.
Carpenters, that's all they think about, which I
Right.
understand. But if you want to learn more, that book Little Girl Blue is amazing. Starving for Perfection it's on Amazon Prime. You can rent it. It's good. I don't love the title, but it's
yeah.
still
That's like,
interesting.
couldn't they call it something else?
I wish, yeah.
Or is it only about the anorexia? It's not about her.
No, it's about her.
Oh.
Yeah. And then, of course, Superstar, the Karen Carpenter story by Todd Haynes.
Yeah,
is
that's the tops.
amazing.
That's the tops.
But the TV movie is interesting. Nurse Ratched actually plays Karen Carpenter's mother. That was pretty good
Louise
casting.
Lasser?
No.
Not Louise Lasser. Louise Fletcher.
Yes.
Holy shit! Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
I know.
Yuki. You know Nurse Ratched, right?
No.
You don't know One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
Yeah.
You know the nurse in it, the bad nurse?
The Louis Fletcher.
Yes, exactly.
What is this? Who's on first? Who's on Fletcher's? Uh,
What about her? No,
she played Karen Carpenter's mother.
I never seen the movie.
No, me neither.
Ugh.
All right, what else about the Carpenters? Anything?
Apparently, according to the fan club, Karen Carpenter's favorite food was salad and iced tea. Which is,
What do you think, Yuki, on the scale of 1 to 10? What's that meal like?
It's not.
we all are okay with salad.
I like the
I
girl,
iced tea.
who said before she says what's this, she already eating it. I like that kind of mentality.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't think that there's anything I won't eat except for maybe.
I don't like rabbit. That's pretty much.
Yeah, but you eat before, you eat fast, then ask me, hey Yuki, what was that? I kind of like that mentality,
Me too. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that too.
Yeah.
And I also like to be adventurous in my eating as well.
And, who knows? She could have been that type of person, too, but,
Well,
I
if
don't
anybody out
know.
there is struggling, there's probably all sorts of resources and things like that. I think you're supposed to do that when you talk about these kind of topics.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll put a link to it. I
No,
don't know.
be healthy. You have to eat.
Pat Boone's daughter actually was another public figure who came out and suffered from anorexia.
yeah?
Pat Boone's daughter?
Yeah, I think Cherry Boone
Oh,
is her name.
shit.
I think that's sick. That's not healthy.
Well, it's definitely not healthy.
You eat. That makes you healthy.
I know.
Yeah.
It's so
But
sad.
also,
she didn't get the right
eating
help.
doesn't make you healthy sometimes.
Well,
like,
overeating, overdoing is no good.
so there's all extremes. It's best to be not extreme,
right.
probably.
Just the meat, vegetable, good balance. That makes, you healthy.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's so sad. A lot of people overdo it, on both spectrums.
Yeah.
And
Are you
don't
kidding
really
me?
Realize.
Yuki, I got kicked out of an all-you-can-eat buffet one time with my brother.
That's right. I like it.
And you closed down the restaurant.
And I closed
Yeah,
down the I did more than I was supposed to do on that one. That's extreme shit.
That's the way to go.
no, that's
a buffet.
wrong. That was wrong. I ruined a business.
No, that's not wrong.
No, it was wrong. I closed the
What do you
business
mean
down.
wrong? Your buffet, you ate it. And
No,
if you
but
couldn't
I
handle it,
abused the all-you-can-eat.
yeah, that's you did. But if for the restaurant, if they can handle it, don't do buffet.
I agree with Yuki on this one.
Okay. Oh, I like
Yeah,
all
you
right.
did what you did.
Yuki, this is like, when you go to church and you go to confession with a priest and you say all your sins and they say, all right, say 3 Hail Marys and you're good. You just gave me a confession, Yuki, and you basically gave me permission to not feel bad anymore.
No, thank you, but it's true. Don't feel bad. You did what you need to do. You paid for the buffet.
I didn't need to eat fucking 3 hours worth of sushi and tempura and
It was patriotic, actually.
Why not?
because I have man titties.
Because it's a buffet.
Oh, yeah, that's why. That's why.
That's what we do, right?
Yeah, that is what we do. We're eaters. We like to eat. But okay. Anything else on the Carpenters before we wrap up the Carpenters?
They love Disney.
They did.
They did?
There's a whole music video. They did a cover of Mr. Postman, and they're at Disney World, and they're running around with Donald
Wait a minute.
Duck.
The Mr. Postman was the Carpenters?
They did a cover
They
of it.
covered it.
Oh, okay.
And I actually really love that cover. And Richard Carpenter, there's a song called Mr. Gruder. Mr. Gruder. And it goes, Mr. Gruder, hey, Mr. Gruder. You know that one?
No.
It's a good Carpenter song, but he wrote it because he worked at Disney World. He was one of those pianists on the, Main Street. And he started doing different kinds of songs that the owner, or not owner, boss didn't like. And he got fired from Disney World.
Is he still alive?
Richard?
Yeah.
Yes.
What is he doing?
He collects cars, and he has kids that are about my age, younger than me.
So he's not singing anymore?
Mm-mm.
Because sister died?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think he had a very hard time with that.
He lost the touch then. Huh?
Yeah, and a lot of people, are very mean to him, I think. I don't know if he's the nicest man himself, but I do think he, it's very sad what he went through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It must be sad to lose a sister and a business partner all in one
Well, sister maybe lover.
Oh, God.
Yuki, there's no evidence to say that they made love to each other.
Well,
They
it's
loved each other, but
no
they
evidence. Then how come the story came out?
What is it with incest lately? It's fucking all over the goddamn place. I'm watching well, not to say any spoilers, but White Lotus is an incest thing.
Oh, Julian Donkey Boy we just watched yesterday.
We watched Julian Donkey Boy yesterday as an incest thing. We watched The Celebration, which is another Dogma 95. I mean, if you have a Dogma 95 movie, it's got to be about incest. What the fuck is going on here? Why can't I get away from this incest
Well,
thing?
I thought that was a U.S. thing.
Incest is a U.S. thing?
Yeah.
Why do you think that?
Because it's a all people are coming from all over the world, right? It's let's say Japan. We don't even think about the incest. There's no such a thing because
Why?
well, it's 1 nation, 1 language, 1 culture, 1 custom. So, there is no such a thing. But if you all culture, custom mixed up from hundreds and thousands of culture, race different,
Yeah.
so it's mixed up.
They think we're like Deliverance.
So wait, you're saying that because America is a melting pot,
Yeah.
that when everybody fucks each other, then brothers and sisters fuck each other. Why? Or brothers and sisters and whatever, incest. Why?
Because, doesn't matter. If I like her, why not? If I like him, why not?
But it's your sister, it's your brother. It's like not. It's not supposed to happen.
Dueling banjos.
Not
Dueling
only-
banjos.
Not only is
Okay.
it not supposed to happen
It's
in a
a-
moral
it's a-
way,
it's a-
if you do that with your
keep
sister,
pure blood. That's
pure
what-
blood. When you have a child with an incest baby, it's fucking like deformed and it comes out wrong.
I know, but that's how during slavery, in order to keep good tribe, like there's the famous one,
Mamas and the papas.
Mandingo tribes, to keep
Close.
100, just like a
The
breeding a
Mandingos and the
dog.
Papas, yeah.
Yeah, just like breeding, to keep pure blood. You go incest.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I didn't know it was gonna go here.
Neither did I. I thought we were just gonna have a delightful conversation about the fucking Carpenters.
So,
But so in order to keep the blood pure, but that doesn't make sense because like when you breed animals, right? Say dogs.
yeah.
You don't want the dogs to fuck their siblings because the dogs come out screwy.
But they do, right?
No, usually they make sure that the litter doesn't fuck a related puppy. Well, not a puppy when they grow
Well,
up.
I thought that they like, father, mother, brother, sister, doesn't matter. It's same.
Well,
pure
say
breed.
that the fucking world is ending and there's nobody else to fuck, then I guess it's okay. But you're not supposed to do it as a rule because it's the chance that it could be deformed or mutated or some sort of a fuckery in the genetic
Oh my.
advancement.
Well,
of,
but
God.
long time ago, okay, I said that there is no incest in Japan, but that's not true because
Oh.
long time ago, we have an emperor, right?
Yeah.
So in order to keep those royal family,
Yeah, he's got a.
They
So
got
there
the inside.
was
So-
incest in Japan.
yeah, so keep blood pure, 100% royal family. So I'm not saying father, daughter, or mother, son, but maybe
Cousin,
cousins, nephew,
uncle, yeah.
uncle. They did that. So 4 emperors ago, he was mentally ill because
Okay.
of that.
Right.
Because of inbreeding.
Yeah.
Every sha-la-la-la.
Every whoa.
Still shines.
You want to know another connection I have with Karen Carpenter?
Sure.
Yeah.
That's not
As
about
long
food.
as it's not incest.
It's not about incest. It's not about food.
Okay, now.
It is about True Grit, the movie. You know True Grit?
Sounds familiar.
With
Well,
John
the
Wayne?
original was the John Wayne one, and then the Coen brothers made a new version of it.
Oh, yes. That, yeah.
Karen Carpenter and I both auditioned for the lead girl in True Grit.
You mean remake?
It was the remake. With Karen Carpenter was the original. Because John Wayne saw her and was like, I want her to
But the
audition.
Kim Darby was good.
She's great. But before they got her, he saw Karen Carpenter and was like, she'd be really good. She should audition. And me,
You both fucking went up for the role.
we both.
But wait,
Wow.
so you went, okay,
You-
tell
It
us
was an
about your-
open casting call.
But what happened? You got a call back.
I got one call back. I was in 9th grade. I didn't get the part, and apparently
Maybe you're too little because the girl who did was a little older than
yeah,
Haley something, right?
Haley Steinfeld?
Haley Stein.
Yeah.
I think she was younger than me.
Really?
Yeah,
She
she's very good in it too. But I heard when she went in audition, she dressed up as a cowgirl or something. I would be too embarrassed to do that, I think.
But that's acting, man.
I
That's
know.
acting,
I
yeah.
know.
You
show
gotta
up
not be
dressed.
embarrassed. There's no embarrassment in acting.
Well, that's
You
why
have
I
to-
didn't get the effing part. I'd probably be dead.
But what did you do? So you went in and tap dance or something? What'd you do?
No, they sent sides, and I read the sides on,
What were they about?
I know exactly what scene it is. It's when, after her father dies in the beginning, she goes and she says, I want my money, and I want my horse. That's my dad's. It's
So
basically...
you said, I want my money, I want my horse.
Whatever it was.
Oh, wow.
But you know what I did, too, that was not good? Whenever I tried to do that, like, southern voice, my voice would go very deep. And
So you had to do a southern voice?
yeah.
Can you do it now?
How much is that? No, I can't do it. It's too embarrassing.
You know, if she did that movie, she wouldn't be sitting here with us
That's
today.
right. She would be doing Bumblebee, the
I'd-
fucking
Yeah.
Transformers
I'd be
movie.
married to Jeff Bridges. No, I'm just joking.
We're about
Well,
the same age.
I'd be
Jake,
dead.
she could be your grandfather.
I know, but I love him.
It's the dude.
It's the dude. And
Oh,
John Wayne was the Duke.
the dude and the
Duke.
Duke.
Yeah.
The Duchess and the Duke.
No, but I like original one. I didn't like
I
remake.
liked both. I thought the remake was really good.
No.
You
You
didn't
know
like
what
it?
we watched recently, or that I watched recently, and John Wayne is hit or miss for me, but this was fucking amazing. Red River. You ever see Red River?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
That's a
That's
great
like
movie,
that
yeah.
might be my favorite John Wayne movie if I watch it a couple more times. I didn't know John Wayne ever played sort of like a villain. He plays sort of a villain in that
Yeah.
movie, and he's fucking good at it.
Let's do an episode on Montgomery Clift.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm down to
Montgomery
do
Clift.
Montgomery
Okay.
Clift
You like
because
him? He's
Yeah.
not in the pumpkin
No,
genre.
he's not pumpkin. No,
he's apple pie.
Well,
Well, I wouldn't say apple
French
pie,
fries.
but
I
No,
think
you don't like French fries.
pasta for
Pasta.
Yuki.
Yeah, pasta. Yeah.
Okay, Montgomery Clift. That's good. Montgomery Clift is so
Well, I
fucking
mean, I
good.
like him, but kind of little bit. He's a feminine part side.
So what? He's gay. He likes his,
Yeah, probably.
Yes.
some of us like that, Yuki.
I want to talk
Yeah,
about.
but I mean,
Trial at
he was
Nuremberg.
good at what he did.
No, he's great in fucking Inherit the Wind.
Oh, no.
No.
Trial
No,
at.
I'm sorry.
The true
Trial.
confession was good.
No, Nuremberg.
Yeah.
Judgment at Nuremberg. I get those
Yeah.
two mixed up. He's incredible.
And that was after his horrible car accident where he had to get like
Yeah.
really bad
Yeah, he was
plastic
good
surgery.
in that movie, huh?
Oh fuck! All right, so and Red
What
River,
about A Day in the Sun?
A Day in the Sun, A
Yes.
Place in the Sun.
A
I
Place in the
like
Sunset.
True Confession.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yes, that's great.
So,
He's
and
so...
I Confess.
Oh, I
Hitchcock.
Confess.
Yeah.
And
Not
the
the True
cursed,
Confession.
the famous cursed movie, The Misfits.
Oh,
Misfit,
yeah,
yes.
man.
Oh.
All right, good. So we'll do a whole thing on
Oh, the
Montgomery
Montgomery
Clift.
Clift, yeah.
Good. All right. Any final thoughts on the Carpenters before we move on to our next episode, which is going to be McDonald's?
I'll always love him.
Sorry, back to back. Jerry Lewis and then Carpenter.
I'm so sorry.
It's not my thing.
This is Yuki's potatoes, but next we're going to give Yuki a hamburger, a cheeseburger,
Okay,
whatever.
that would be good.
A
yeah.
All right, good.
McMuffin.
A McMuffin.
Yes.
Something that you love.
Still no French fries though.
No French fries, but you'll be able to pick and choose the next one because you're going to lead the next one because you actually worked at McDonald's. All right, so that was the Carpenters by Yuki and John and Liz. And
Okay.
thank you, Liz Schack, for all that beautiful
Thank you.
information.
Thank
really did a
you.
lot of great research, and I wish you were with us all the time. But
Yes.
Aw,
you know,
thank you.
sometimes we got to do just the Yuki and John solo activities because you know I
Sausage
need my
buffet.
I need my boy time. Yeah, the sausage buffet.
Okay.
But you bring a beautiful feminine energy to the show and
Yes.
and more knowledge than we can ever expect
That's
to have.
right.
Thank you, fellas.
All right, but we're gonna do one more of McDonald's,
Okay.
and we just want to thank everybody who subscribes and listens. And I mean, we honestly, Yuki, our podcast numbers.
I just had a double cheeseburger. Not today though. I mean, last week. Yeah.
Well, all right, that's it for us today. Just don't forget, you can always order a beautiful model set from Mr. Yuki Nakamura himself. Either the last drive-in or something that you special request. If you email yukinorinakamura at AOL.com, and he'll send you the information and get your information, and then maybe you could start a lifelong pen pal email relationship.
Yes.
All right, well, see you next time
See you
at
next- the buffet. John and Yuki and John
And Liz.
And Liz, buffet.
The buffet's only just begun.
Yuki and John's Patreon buffet.